My name is Brandon Negron. I'm 30 years old and I have cancer. Yeah. Ain't that some
Wait, before we go any further, you're probably wondering who I am. Who is Brandon Negron? Let me try and answer that quickly. I was born and raised in Georgia. My mom's from Germany and my dad's from Puerto Rico. I have one older brother and one younger sister. We're 10 years apart. I married my high school sweetheart. Don't ask me how I got so lucky. I have no idea. During that time, I also met one of my best friends, Lance Wellborn. For over 15 years, we've been chasing this music thing. We believe in a better tomorrow and the accomplishment of set goals. We refer to those as dreams. I taught myself how to make videos after my mom passed away. Turning negatives into positives is something I've always been really good at. And here's some interesting things about my family. My German great-grandfather lost his arm fighting the American Army. He was a Nazi soldier, and my German great-grandmother cooked for the American Army when they took over her hometown of Hedesheim. My Puerto Rican grandfather's a 3-time war veteran, World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. My lovely Dita was literally days away from being a nun, and she met my superhero grandfather, and the rest is history. Now back to the story.
Cancer is the second most common cause of death in the U.S. It accounts for nearly 1 in 4 deaths.
It's January 4th at 3 p.m. 2015 today. I would consider this day one of the documentary. I just want to tell my story of what's been going on in my life. You look at life like, how am I supposed to tell people this? Nobody ever thinks that they'll get cancer. You always feel like that's something that other people deal with. I've always been one of those dudes that doesn't put his personal stuff out there. This sucks. And it's gonna be an unbelievable road. I don't know what's gonna happen. You go to the doctor, they tell you got cancer. What? I'm 30. I'm trying to accomplish dreams. I'm trying to be a husband. I'm trying to be a best friend. I'm trying to be a brother. I'm trying to one day have a family. I have cancer. It's to let people know that you can do anything you want to do. You that's watching this can do anything you want to do. You just have to believe in yourself. You just have to never give up. And most of all, you cannot be scared of failing. This is what happened. Around July of 2014, I was at the gym working out. And when I got home, I realized I had a small bump underneath my armpit. And it was little, I didn't think it was nothing. I thought it was a fatty tissue buildup, an ingrown hair, something that would just go away. So it was the summertime and I was always tired, no motivation. I'd go to work, I'd come home, I'd take a nap, I'd wake up, I'd go to the gym, or I would go, do music or just whatever. I was living life. I didn't know I had cancer. I work at a car dealership. I wear, a uniform. I just noticed, I was like, why is my arm feel like it's chafing right here? And I went and grabbed it and I felt like a gargantuous lump. And I was like, I don't think that's an ingrown hair. I need to go to the doctor. I was getting married October 25th, so my family from Puerto Rico was flying in. There was just a lot of positive. It was a happy feeling. It was a happy time, probably one of the most happiest times I've ever had since my mom passed away. I didn't want to ruin that, so I was like, you know what? I'm just not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna go to the wedding. I'm gonna do all this. When everything calms down after the wedding, I'm gonna go to the doctor and get this looked at. It was so cool to have all your closest friends around and your family and people that love you and want to see you do good in life. And that whole experience was awesome. My wife, she got accepted to the nursing program. By October 28th or 29th, she slipped and fractured her ankle. And in 3 places and had to get, I think, 2 plates and 9 screws in her ankle. She couldn't walk for 7 weeks, I think she couldn't walk on it. She had surgery. Right now she's in physical therapy. In the midst of all this happening, I just completely forgot about the lump, and plus you don't think it's nothing anyway. So finally I was just like, you know what, I'm making a doctor's appointment. I go and see like your regular care physician, like your primary care physician, a physician that you go get your physical. If you got the cold, you would go see. So he looks at the lump and he's like, oh my God, that's huge. I don't know what it is. You need to see a specialist. Here's the number to call to see a specialist. To me, it looks like a cyst. I wouldn't worry about nothing is what he said. I go and see the specialist. I was actually like going to like a procedure room. They were gonna take it out right then and there. That was the thing. I was gonna go to work that day. So I get there, the nurse, I'm laying on this table and me and the nurse are talking and she's like, oh, well, let me see it. And I show it to her and she's like, that's huge. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be right back. Well, she never comes back. The doctor comes in, Dr. Novak. He comes in and looks at my armpit and was just like, I don't think this is a cyst. I don't think this is fatty tissue. I don't think this is anything good. I think you have cancer. I think this is cancerous. And when someone tells you they think something's cancerous, there's this unbelievable ringing that goes on in your ears, and they're talking and they expect you to still know what they're saying, but all you is here in your head is cancer and them. You just told me I got cancer. How do you expect me to understand what you're saying? So he was like, I want to take it out. I can't do it here. Like, you're going to have surgery. And at this point in time, he's like, while you're here at the facility, I need to do a CAT scan of your whole body. I need to, for you to do blood work. I want to get all this done and be operating on you by the end of the week. And this was a Monday. So like I go and get the CT scan. Luckily, my body, there was only one lymph node that was, irregular. And it was in my armpit. So I go a week later, I go and have surgery and they take it out. I went and saw the doctor on Friday and I gotta have chemo and then I gotta have like 6 weeks of radiation. I gotta look in to save my sperm if I wanna be a father one day. So I'm looking into sperm banks so I can go bank my sperm. That's what it's gonna be, man. I'm just gonna carry the cameras around and I'm going to just bring y'all in my life and just document this whole thing, the good and the bad, and just see what happens. I'm Brandon Negron. I'm 30 years old and I have cancer. So we're going to go get dinner at this restaurant called Goldfish. My aunt from Puerto Rico's in town, so figured me and the wife would get out and go get some dinner. Eventually, I'm not gonna be able to do nothing. So it's like, oh, I guess I better go eat. Try to enjoy as many things as possible before the treatments start, and I'm not able to go out and do anything. I'm sitting at the house like a boy in the bubble. What?
You're gonna drive me nutty.
I'm gonna drive you nutty, huh?
Because you always have some crazy idea.
Why?
I don't know why.
How's it a crazy idea? Are you the villain of this documentary?
Yes. I'm the villain of everything.
How's it a crazy idea?
Because you can't even drive.
Well, we need to hire a cameraman.
Not having any problems at all, That's what I'm hoping for.
Listen, right there, come you have a private nurse.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
You have a nano.
That's what I told her. I said, well, I was taking care of you whenever you broke your ankle, so now it's time for you to take care of me.
Exactly. They will be comfy because the nano with the private nurse and
I can't pick you up and carry you anywhere, though.
The American Cancer Society estimates 577,190 people will die from cancer in the U.S. per year, or more than 1,500 people a day.
I'm
About to get off early from work. I got a doctor's appointment I gotta go to. When I had surgery, when I had the lymph node taken out, I gotta go back, make sure that my arm's healing up well, and talk to Dr. Novak.
Patient T. Green to suite 406, please. Patient T. Green to suite 406.
Brandon,
My man.
hey buddy, you doing okay?
Great.
Survive?
Yeah, just when I go like this all the way, feels like right there, like I didn't have this.
It's tight.
Right, yeah, real
Little
tight
band?
right there.
Yeah, that's a little scar band. That'll all loosen up on time.
Okay.
It'll take usually about 6 to 12 months for that to loosen on it.
Much.
Yeah, a little lump.
It's a little. Yeah, it's a little tender. Just
That's
a little,
where, you know, where
Overload,
this,
right.
I mean, this thing was this big.
Right.
So the space that it used to occupy typically fills up with some tissue fluid. The body will go on to resorb it. It'll all go away. But you're left with a little lump there, and it usually takes almost 6 to 12 months for that to go away. Just so
Nice.
so
Wow.
you're aware.
Okay.
And here's your final pathology. And again, Hodgkin's lymphoma, mixed cellularity type. This is Dr. Hamrick's note that he dictated after seeing you, his plan. So they're going to get your testing on your heart,
Yeah.
sperm banking. Eventually, you'll see the radiation oncologist, and then they're going to give you some chemotherapy followed by radiation treatment. So this, again, he's going to end up being your quarterback as time moves on with you.
Right. Good idea. Then when we were just kind of, in the dark about it with a huge lemon underneath my armpit.
And it was about that size.
Was it really that big?
Yeah.
What color was it?
Pink.
Pink? I would like to see a picture of it.
No.
No?
But otherwise we're a done deal.
Okay, cool. Well, hey, it was a pleasure.
I had the
Thank
easy
you
part.
for the, that's what I'm saying, yeah, the easy part. But I appreciate the conversations and everything. Just met with Dr. Novak. It's weird now when I hear the word cancer, my ears don't ring. He said Humphrey, which is what I named the lump, or the node, was about the size of a lemon. So I had a lemon patch growing underneath my armpit. When life hands you lemons, I can make all types of jokes. Finally got my work absent, so they'll stop harassing me about, why have you been missing these days? Why have you been missing these days? Because I ain't tell nobody at work my situation. So now it's just, I got more appointments, still trying to figure out the sperm situation. Almost got that done. I got to figure out some paperwork, and then it's off to the sperm bank. Need to shave and get a haircut. I'll keep you updated what's going on. Over and out.
There are two main types of lymphoma, Hodgkin's lymphoma and non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. The main difference between the two is the specific lymphocyte involved. Hodgkin's lymphoma involves Reed-Sternberg cells, an abnormal B cell. NHL does not. Hodgkin's lymphoma, named for the doctor who first recognized it, was formerly called Hodgkin's disease.
Most difficult thing about this mentally is having to put on this clown mask and go to work and greet all these customers. Oh, hey, how you doing today, sir? Do you have an appointment? I'm about to go in here to Kaiser, go do a test on my lungs to see if I can handle the chemo. Hopefully everything goes well. I don't know what they're gonna do, so let's go. Everything up there.
Okay.
What do you think? Check it out.
That's up to you. It's kind of cool in here. Come on in, have a seat. You get to sit down. You get to sit in the booth.
Yeah, I get the chamber.
It's not a chamber, it's a booth. Have you ever smoked?
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
Do you still smoke?
No.
I can give you this. Are you gonna walk her?
It was just maybe when I was drinking. Not like it wasn't. I guess I did drink every day for a while.
Okay, and then
What you're doing now is going to be a series of different breathing tests. But I will explain them to you as I go along. See if that's a good height. Okay, and put your mouth on that. Okay, take your mouth off. Is that a good height or you want it up a little higher?
Yeah, that's cool. Good.
Nose clips.
Yeah.
They're extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's probably true.
So only wear them when you have to, okay? They're kind of to remind you that all breathing, both in and out, has to go through this box. Go ahead and hang on to your nose clips. They go on like old-fashioned clothespins. If you want to, they really are uncomfortable, so you don't have to. Okay.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just telling you, right?
Thank you. First test. I'm going to have you breathe normal. At some point, I'm going to ask you to take a deep breath in as deep as you possibly can and blow it out as hard and as fast as you can, and then keep blowing out, 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 out. No, even past nothing. You may actually feel like you're not blowing anything out. I still want you to continue to that one breath out until I ask you to take a deep breath back in. All breathing in and out through the box, okay? So whenever you're ready, nose clips on, mouth on the mouthpiece, and then just breathe normal. Make sure you have a good seal. Breathe normal. Take a deep breath in. All the way in, all the way in, all the way in. Now blast it out, blast it out. Keep going, 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 keep going. Out, 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 out. Deep breath in. Excellent. Take your mouth off the mouthpiece. Breathe normal. I have peanut butter and crackers for lunch.
I had the same thing. You're married. Yeah, we both got the Lord of the Rings. Yeah. You get married, you get peanut butter and crackers. Remember that. You got a bigger lunchbox than your wife does, man.
No, that's what I bring. Peanut butter, crackers.
Doctors should not be eating peanut butter and crackers.
I'm not a doctor. I'm a respiratory therapist. And I have chocolate pudding.
Nice.
Mouth on the mouthpiece. Breathe normal. Just breathe normal. Deep breath in. All the way in. Blast it out now. Blast it out. Just keep going. 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 And deep breath in. Excellent. Take your mouth off the mouthpiece. Breathe normal.
This would be some good photoshopping you could make with me. Put my mouth on this thing.
Don't even go there. Don't even go there.
I already
They're
thought
gonna
about
do it.
that.
People are gonna do it. You just gotta know they're gonna do it and just accept it.
Absolutely.
Is there like a pass? Like, oh, you passed, or they're good, or no?
Not for me.
Right.
It's actually, I read a little bit, they want it for a baseline more than anything else. So going forward in your therapy, they can always come back and say, hey, let's take a look at what these drugs are doing to you. Are they affecting your lungs?
Right.
So one of our pulmonologists will interpret them today or tomorrow. Cool. Questions for me?
No, you're great. You're fun. Do a good job. Thanks.
I appreciate it.
Fun. Appreciate it.
Good luck going forward.
Thank you, sir. How about we just get together and smoke a cigarette?
Oh, well, I don't think so.
I appreciate it, John. Thank you, man. Hey, you want your nose clip, or can I take this home?
You're gonna have them. I mean, I don't care. You're gonna have them forever. Now, I would just say no. I'll give you a new pair if you really want it.
Yeah, I can use it as a sex toy.
Get out of here. No, you can't now. You can't have it.
I appreciate it, John. Thanks, man.
I'm gonna go to the right.
It's 4 o'clock in the morning, and I have no idea why I'm going to the gym. I don't know, I just believe that just because something's happening in your life doesn't mean you have to stop, like, trying to achieve your goals. And feel fine, feel strong, just always tired a little bit. It's probably my main gripe of this whole thing is just always tired, nonstop. So the doctor just called. I missed his phone call. Tried to call him back. Couldn't even get in touch with him. Left a voicemail saying that he ordered an additional test to look at my situation further because on another test that I did, a CT scan, my spleen was, I guess, enlarged, which is the first time I've heard about this. I've never heard about my spleen being enlarged. Everything was supposedly fine and we were just gonna do A, B, C, and D. It seems like every time you get something done, you take a step, you take 2 steps, and then it's like someone else adds 2 more steps. You take another step, another step. Oh, they just keep adding steps. Before you know, you've taken 50 steps, and there's still 50 steps in front of you. It's frustrating to mentally wrap your mind around the whole situation, and then have to keep adding things to it, you know? So I'm getting dressed to go eat at some food trucks, and my arm's been bothering me. It's red. I don't know what it is. You can feel like more bumps, knots in there. He said that's supposed to be normal, but it feels like irritated and it hurts. So once again, every time I move my arm, see how it sits right on it. Sucks.
Got a pickle, coleslaw, french fries, and some lobster. Round one.
Chicken fresca, carne asada, tacos. Round two. ATL burger, cut in half. Round three.
I'm in a food coma, so I think I'm gonna spend my Sunday watching the game just like this before I have a week full of doctor's appointments and work. This will be the week when I find out when I start my chemo and my radiation treatments. So until then, I'm just sitting in my couch. Yep.
Most Hodgkin's lymphomas, about 95%, are the type called classic Hodgkin's lymphoma. The rest are a type called nodular lymphocyte predominant. Correct identification is important in deciding which treatments are most likely to be effective. Hodgkin lymphoma can develop at any age, but there are two peaks in incidence, in young adults and older men and women.
It's January 12th. I'm on my way to an appointment. It's a heart appointment. They got to run some tests on my heart and make sure that I'm able to receive the chemo. My arm is killing me from the incision. I don't know what's going on. I try to contact the doctor, but no one's hit me back. I had to miss a day at work today. I was able to make an appointment for my sperm bank, so I'll go to the sperm bank on Thursday, which will be the 15th. I can't have an ejaculation for 48 hours. A good thing today would be is that it's gonna be Monday, and I'm gonna have a lot of sex.
As the program has gone forth over the past year.
You can't come back here.
He can't come back here at all?
Nope.
So they don't allow no cameras to come back here. So I'm gonna go do this and I'll be back.
So you come to the doctor with cancer, you want a tasty drink and a snack, and this is what they have to offer for you. The worst stuff you could possibly eat in America.
So I just got done getting MUGA scanned. They took pictures of my heart every 8 seconds to time lapse those pictures together, and they come together where they can see my heart constricting and contracting. They say it's not good if your heart pumps 100% blood, and it's not good if your heart pumps 10% blood.
I got some nuclear medicine right here. I'll make you see helicopters.
2012, there were approximately 13.7 million Americans with a history of cancer alive.
So it's January 15th. Today's the day that I go to the sperm bank. Feel like I've been preparing for this moment my whole life. I got my hands all ready. I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna show them how we do it. Try to freeze my kids, so if the chemo and radiation wipe out my reproductive organs, I'll still have a chance of maybe being a father. Sperm bank. So yeah, I don't think people come with an army to the sperm bank. I'm about to commit a sin. I think I'm gonna be in and out within 3 to 4 minutes. That's my goal. What do you think?
That's probably about right.
She's always, we had this conversation in the car, she's just so, oh, it's gonna be quick, it's gonna be fast, ha ha ha.
I'm gonna tell you, and I have already said something about the fact that Hodgkin's is one of the cancers that can affect sperm count in and of itself. So, you know, besides the fact that you're under a lot of stress, emotionally, physically, your body's trying to bring itself into a state of, you know, back into homeostasis or what have you. So it's not focusing right now on reproduction. And so, you know, just, we're gonna look at it before you leave. So, you know, it is still costly, but hopefully over time, and you look young, how old are you? 30. You look even younger. I know people say, oh, baby face. No, baby face. You look like a baby. But
No, my
yeah,
sperms are good,
but
I'm
you
telling you.
still have a lot of time. Come with me. If you don't mind staying here.
No, do I need to wait out there or right here? Okay.
Yeah, stay here. I'm gonna take you back to the dungeon. The dungeon.
The dungeon. I like the name of that.
We got an Apple TV. We
Nice.
did for. So what I want you to do is take that cup, and when you're through collecting, put your cup in this brown bag.
Well, I'm gonna go do this and figure out which one I'm gonna use. This is where it goes down. You sit in the chair. Little magazines right here. Different lubes, some napkins. Little Apple TV for the situation. Oh, I could use a nap. It took so long. Practice makes perfect, kids. Hopefully my sperm's gonna be good. I didn't really think about all that, you know, like that's something that you think about that you're sick. And there's a chance that like you might not be producing as much as like a normal person, or you know, as much as you should be producing because you're sick. It's a little but that was a little discouraging, but
You had such good sperm. I'm telling you,
real?
unbelievable. And like I told you with Hodgkin's, that's rare. Samples off the chain. So
nice. That's
I don't know how you
so
don't
they
have
were
10
going
kids
crazy.
running around going crazy.
You know-
and I looked
you
at
know
for
why?
30 years.
You know why? It's because I perfected the art.
You have, maybe, because I'm telling you.
Bro, it really is that good, for real. Yeah, I should have a bunch of kids running
Oh,
around.
God. It's so good. I'm so happy I can tell you that.
Yeah.
And that tells me when it's that good, even if you were having extensive chemo longer, the higher it is going in, the better it is at coming back.
You're walking so good. There you are. I was thinking about you when I was at the sperm bank. You were just Asian, and you were just... So I just got to Northside Hospital, where I'm about to meet with Dr. Phillips, who's going to be doing my radiation treatments. It's pretty serious here. Seeing all these people that are sick, realization of what I'm really about to go through and just really what's going on with my life. I always try to joke and stay positive about things, but seeing these other humans is like, wow, okay. This is really happening. It's not a movie. It's not fake. It's real deal. So. Of course, the main objective is to inspire people to that have it spread awareness and inspire. Like, oh wow,
And they're not alone.
right, yeah. If he can do it, then I can do it. And if they can do it from the people that I've seen, it's like, well, then I know I can do it. Because I already think I can do it.
Exactly. Well, you definitely have a fantastic attitude, in
I
my
appreciate
opinion,
that.
the right attitude.
Thank you.
For all whatever that's worth.
That's worth a lot. This is what you do for a living. You've seen it all.
Yeah, and you see people come in with all different attitudes.
Yeah, when I walked in here and I saw the little kids' pictures, it kind of brought everything to real life real quickly. Like I couldn't even. I feel like that makes me so sad just to think of like a child having to go through something like that.
Under your arm, where you had your lymph node, how's that feeling?
It's horrible.
It hurt?
Oh God.
I mean, does it hurt now?
Yeah.
Let me see it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna have.
Yeah, no
I was
problem,
gonna. Dr. Phillips is gonna see it anyways. It sure does look red and irritated.
It hurts.
It is more red than it was before.
So my son wants to be a DJ.
Tell him to go to college and get a degree instead. That's just the honest to God
That's
truth.
what I told him.
Yeah.
He doesn't listen to me.
Unfortunately, we
He
don't
needs
listen.
to talk to a guy with tats. And
I fell in love with him in the 20 minutes I was in this room, and her too.
when I start seeing you on a regular basis, I'll get him in.
Absolutely.
To meet you sometime.
Now, when I went and saw the Dr. Novak that did the surgery, this was not red by any means.
So you increase the blood flow by adding heat to the area.
Okay.
So that's what I would recommend you do. I think it's going to be okay. Dr. Hodgkin first described this cancer a long time ago, and what he wrote about was his group of patients that he had found this disease in had a progression from one place to another in a stepwise fashion.
Mm-hmm.
And that was fairly common to observe. So we still work with that principle that it doesn't typically in one place.
Mm-hmm.
But when we treat you, we treat not just that place, but the next place it would go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're still following that stepwise thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what we're probably going to recommend for you is that Dr. Hamrick treats you with ABVD.
Yeah, he is.
Which is standard.
Right.
And then you come to me after that, and I'll give you radiation just right here.
Okay.
It's going to include this up here.
Okay.
Okay. That's why I'm just covering the next place it would show up. My treatment's easy. You're welcome to come with him, but he can come by himself. Come every day, lay on the table, talk to the pretty girls.
Yeah. I can't do that. She's not here, I can do that. I'm joking.
He's not gonna let me come.
I'm joking. I'll never see her again, so shake her hand, take a picture.
Most often, Hodgkin's lymphoma starts in the lymph nodes in the upper part of the body, in the neck, chest, or under the arms. It can spread through the lymph system to nearby lymph nodes and outside the lymph nodes to the bone marrow, lungs, or liver.
I just got to the doctor's office, 8 o'clock in the morning. I gotta go in here and take a PET scan so they can look closer at my spleen.
My path hasn't even begun yet, and I'm already sick and tired of coming to the doctor's office. So I just got done with my PET scan. Give you an IV. They make you sit in a room for like 30 minutes. They put like some radiation sugar in you or something like that, and then you go get into a machine for about 30 minutes. It moves you up and down like you're on a conveyor belt, like a piece of pizza. Just glad that the restrictions are over with and like the diet they have you on before you have to do it.
And go have some coffee.
I'm happy it's Friday. I get to watch the boxing match tomorrow. Bomb Squad. So I'm having to get a bandage on where my incision is because the doctor told me to put a heating pad on it to kind of, I guess, help with the swelling / get whatever's in there moving around. And when I did that, it started bleeding. And it hasn't stopped bleeding for, I don't even know how many hours, but it's like a real slow bleed. But it looks better, it feels better. It's just a pain in the ass. So it's been a few days since I've done any documentary stuff. January 19th was my mom's 3rd-year anniversary of being gone. I feel like complete today. It's not like a feeling like I've felt before, like I'm getting sick. It's like a feeling of just like weakness. Gotta wait for the doctor to call today and tell me how my PET scan results are. I guess a part of you is like so afraid to hear that something else is wrong. Oh, well, yeah, you have this cancer here, but you also have this here, some other shit that's messed up. You've got your mind wrapped around this one thing you're dealing with, and then like to find out that there's possibly something else you could be dealing with. It's a little overwhelming on top of already being overwhelmed. So I just called to schedule my appointment for my first chemo treatment. They told me that I gotta get a port put in. Not one time during this whole process has anyone told me I gotta get a port put in, which I'm fine with getting a port. I don't have no issue going through surgery, being put to sleep. I'm not mad at no doctors. I'm just more angry and want to get this going so I can get back to my life. Today is January the 23rd, 2 days before my birthday. January the 29th, I'm gonna have surgery at 8 o'clock in the morning to put in a port. Then I have to have x-rays to make sure the port's working, and then maybe I can start my chemo. At times you feel like you're just an experiment to the doctors. It's just the fact that I was not informed. That's what this documentary is about. This documentary is about informing the patient, informing the person that's going through this of what the process is, because this is the process. My whole life's put on hold. I'm living in the real world. Can't make no plans. I can't do no vacations. I can't do nothing. I'm just sitting here, you know, watching everybody else do their thing. I'm not complaining. It's just I'm a go-getter. I don't sit on my hands. I do things. I'm extremely active. And I feel like I'm just wasting, man.
January 25th, 2015. It's going down at Povino's.
Happy birthday to you.
I was like singing.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brandon. Happy birthday to you.
Chase, want me to get you in there? Portal information. Reduce the number of times a patient has to have a needle stick to draw blood. Some chemotherapy drugs can irritate the skin and harm smaller veins. Decrease the risk of tissue and muscle damage that can occur if some types of chemotherapy leak outside a vein, which is more likely to occur with a regular IV. Avoid excessive bruising or bleeding in patients who may have bleeding problems, including low platelet counts. Ports can remain in place for several weeks, months, or even years. Depending on the type of port, it needs to be flushed by a nurse every 4 to 8 weeks.
January 30th at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm on my way to the hospital to have surgery. I have my port put in. They say it's a safer way, something they're just gonna hook you up to instead of pricking your veins every time, and it's a lot safer. One of the things that does bother me today is that today's actually 30 days in a row that I've drank 128 fluid ounces of water. I'm hoping that doesn't interfere with it today. I can keep the streak going.
Got a new pair of socks. Got to change in my gown. They've pulled the curtain behind. But look who's here. You want to help me take my clothes off? I think my favorite part about having surgery is to get free socks. But they're not really free. This is like probably a $6,000 pair of socks. So I'm ready. Got my mustache on. I'm a mustache warrior. I'm just ready to hurry up and get this part over with so I can just get the chemo and then get the radiation and then get another surgery to get this thing taken out and get back to my life and get back to chasing dreams and trying to be successful. So I just got out of surgery. I miss my hard-boiled eggs, you can't see. Something to drink. I was awake for the whole time. I never fell asleep. It was crazy watching them. Okay, thank you. It was crazy watching them actually put something in your body. Like feeling them push on you and stick it in. I'm like, this is crazy. You're kind of jerking around. So hopefully I'm gonna start chemo this week and get this thing going because I'm ready. But I gotta get dressed and then head home. So thank you so much. Goodbye. So about to take a shower, going to my buddy's house for the Super Bowl game. This is how you have to shower. With it over where the port is. But I can't get this wet for, I think 10 days. So I gotta shower like perfectly. I can't lift nothing. Doctor called, I start chemo on Thursday at 10 a.m. and I have my blood work on Tuesday. Go Patriots.
Hodgkin disease occurs slightly more often in males than in females. Hodgkin disease is most common in the United States, Canada, and Northern Europe. It is least common in Asian countries. The chemo regimens for Hodgkin disease combine several drugs because different drugs kill cancer cells in different ways. The combinations used to treat Hodgkin disease are often referred to by abbreviations. The most common regimen in the United States is a 4-drug combination called ABVD, which consists of adriamycin, bleomycin, vinblastine, dacarbazine.
I'm about to go to the airport and pick up my pops. Then I have to get an x-ray on my chest to make sure the port's in properly. And I have to give blood before my chemo treatment.
I'll be hanging.
Vampire stuff.
All right, take a deep breath for me. Hold it, don't breathe. Good, breathe and relax. Breathe, go ahead and relax. Bring your arms down. And, okay, we're gonna do one more. Okay, breathe, but stay right there. Don't move now. Stay right there. Okay, now, hold your breath. Good, breathe, relax, bring your arms down. All right, we're done.
The doctor just called me and told me that the blood work that I did earlier today, they didn't get all the tests done, so I had to call him all the way back to the doctor to come get the blood work test for my chemo in the morning. I'm a bit tired.
Okay, and make a fist for me.
2 arms in 1 day. Just ready to hurry up and get to this chemo, man, and not to worry about this stuff no more. I'm just want to just get this over and done with. Ready? Put me in the game, coach.
So today's the day. Day 1 of chemo. A little nervous, just not knowing what it's gonna feel like or what it's supposed to make me feel like. I just hope everything goes well and there's like no more objectives to complete, you know? It's just do this, do that, and you're gonna be fine. And
up to this day, since December 30th, consumed a gallon of water a day. So I'm hoping that these chemo treatments don't mess with my intake of water. Station 1. So they just accessed my port. They stuck a needle in it. They just gave me my first drug, the adriamycin. It's known as the Red Devil because it's the one that makes you feel like shit. There's all types of side effects. One of them is peeing red. And if I want to have sex, I have to wear a condom so I don't pass my drugs on to my wife. They're getting ready. They're checking some tests, my breathing test that I did. They're waiting to see those results before they give me the next drug, which is the bleomycin. And they had me chew on ice the whole time whenever I was taking the drug so that it doesn't, chewing on ice stops, it prevents getting mouth sores. This whole entire time I thought chemo was gonna be like some interesting process, but really I just sit down, they plug a different drug in me, put it through there, and that's it. I just sit in this room with this machine and this lady that gives me the drugs, that's it. So, I don't know, it's weird how like you think that something's gonna be a certain way and then when you get in the moment to do it, that it's not like that. And that's exactly how it is. So the nurse just came through and told me that I need to continue drinking my gallon of water a day because it's actually good for the chemo to help flush it through and flush it out, and it's kind of cool. So I'm hoping that I can keep it up. I've been setting up little bitty goals that I'm gonna try to keep accomplishing through this whole process to make myself still feel like accomplishing things and still moving forward and with what I want to be in my life, which is awesome. So they're flushing the rest of the medicine through. Day 1 of chemo completed, so about to go and get some lunch right now. And I got home and just passed out. Like, you can definitely feel that something's going on. You feel like, I just feel really tired right now, and it's, I don't know, it's a weird feeling. Like, you feel like you're about to be sick, but I don't know, you're just waiting.
Drugs the doctor prescribed for nausea. Zofran, 8 milligrams. Prochlorperazine, 10 milligrams.
So it's day 4 of chemo. And yeah, I got my whipped. I think I slept for 3 days. I mean, of course, I'd get up, use the bathroom, get something to eat, but other than that, it was just lights out. I didn't get my gallon water in either. Kind of, you know, disappointed at that, but I just slept. Other than that, I just feel like complete shit. I feel like a Mack truck ran me over. So I haven't been doing nothing, just sleeping. Hopefully, that's the end of it and I'm coming out the other tunnel. This is what the port looks like. I take a needle and they stick it in the skin. You can see how it's raised up. You stick it in there and that's where they give you your chemo medicine. So it's February 19th and it's time for my second round of chemo. I didn't do a lot of recording with the first chemo as far as like when I was home and everything, because there's really not much to it. I just lay in bed and feel sick and try not to throw up. As of right now, I feel stronger than I probably have ever felt in years. My energy and just overall well-being feels so good. It makes me think that maybe I was sick for a long time prior to this because just the way that I feel is unbelievable. After this, I have 2 more treatments and I'll be done with the chemo and on the radiation. Hopefully everything goes as smoothly as this time as it went last time. Just go in there, get the drugs, come home and just wait. It's Thursday about 9 o'clock and last time I didn't get sick this fast at all. I received the chemo on Thursday and I didn't really start feeling bad till like Friday night. This time I received the chemo at like 9:30. I'd say around the time I got home, like 1 or 2, I just started feeling bad. Like I've already lost my taste buds. I already feel run down. Everything tastes real metal. Just trying to drink water and stay hydrated. Maybe it's happening faster, so it's not gonna last as long. They want you to take Tylenol every 6 hours to keep your fever down. So at nighttime, I just took Tylenol PM so I could sleep and it worked like a charm. Then the body pain and the sweats were just horrible. Food tastes so bad. It's definitely different this time. I got a feeling that might be my bed tonight. Right there. Even though you got cancer, you still gotta pay your taxes. On my way to go do taxes. Yo. Taxes done. Got a couple pesos. Now I'm about to get blood. Today's March 5th. It's time to go in here and get another round of chemo. I'm not gonna let it knock me down for another week like it usually does. I hope it's not as worse as it was last time, because last time it was a pain. The second time was definitely worse than the first time, so.
How are you today?
I'm good, how are you today?
Good, all right.
You're my favorite person to see on Thursdays.
There we go. And got your
This is my spaceship.
Some water.
Here comes one of the worst parts.
Air dry, 2 more seconds.
Can we skip this part?
You're so funny. Deep breath for me. Stay steady. Here we go. Breathe. Is it? That wasn't too bad. Was it?
There goes that taste.
You taste. You're very sensitive, I'm telling you.
When you gotta use the restroom and you're getting chemo. So I'll roll it on in. Red. So I'll tell you this right now. I can't even, like every time I feel like I'm gonna move, I feel like I'm just gonna get sick. I have no desire to want to do anything. It's like I can't even lay still. Body pains everywhere, and just you feel like if you move too fast, you're just gonna throw up everywhere. It's an unbelievable feeling. Today's March 10th. About to meet with the doctor, my oncologist, for the first time since January to see how everything's going and what the plan is. Hopefully everything comes back straight. My blood work's been good. And
So how you feeling?
just it usually takes about a good 8 to 9 days, and then I feel like Superman.
Good. Yeah, that's good. It's great that you feel that good. Are you having any shortness of breath, pain in your chest, anything like that?
No, nothing. The only thing I would say is around day, like probably tonight and tomorrow, I'll probably have a hard time sleeping.
Okay.
So I usually take like Tylenol PM or melatonin to try to
That's
go
fine.
to bed. I usually don't leave the house for a week. So
Right.
me being out a couple days early, I'm
Okay.
hot, I'm clammy and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Right. Yeah. But you're not having fever or anything like that?
No, we've been
Okay.
checking my temperature regularly and everything seems to be on the up and up on my side. Besides now that my hair is definitely falling.
Yeah, that happens. You know, everything's kind of a moving target while you're getting chemo and radiation. It's about 8 weeks after you've finished your radiation that we'll say, okay, the treatment's all done its thing. We want to make sure now there's no sign of active disease.
Right.
And then that'll serve as our new baseline going forward for surveillance.
You just feel it coming out of you.
Yeah, I know. Your body, I mean, it's poison. Don't make any mistake. You know, we're trying to poison the cancer more than we poison the rest of you.
Cool. Well, that's
I'm happy for you, man.
Hey, I appreciate
It's good
it.
to
Thank
see
you so
you.
much.
All
Thank
right,
so
good
much,
to see
absolutely.
you.
So I'm gonna take Floyd for 100.
That's I'm not taking that action.
So just got done at the doctor's office. Gonna be starting my radiation soon. Gotta call and make that appointment. And my hair's officially falling out like crazy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go get a haircut. Just gonna shave it off. Not have to worry about it no more. Hopefully I'll be able to start radiation the beginning of April. So maybe I can be done with this whole process before the end of April, man, and get back to living my life.
Radiation therapy uses high-energy rays to destroy cancer cells. To treat Hodgkin disease, a carefully focused beam of radiation is delivered from a machine outside the body. This is known as external beam radiation.
Today's my last chemo, and I brought my little sister with me this time. It's kind of the hardest one to do because you feel like shit for so long. When it comes time to get your next chemo, you're completely strong again. It's just like, oh, I gotta go get zapped again. And I'm here.
Every time I come in, I gotta take these pills. It's a steroid.
Wow. So one of the worst parts of receiving the chemo drugs is the way that they taste and the way that you can just feel them going through your body. And my little sister was like, why don't you chew a piece of gum? And I was like, dang, I haven't even thought about that. And I did, and I didn't taste nothing. So if you're gonna get chemo, chew a piece of gum as she's giving you the drugs, because you can't taste them. It works. I feel like I've gotten away from the documentary. These last 2 months have just been difficult alone, just going and getting chemotherapy. Not really too much to show. Each time I've done it, it's gotten worse. The side effects and just the way it makes you feel. It's almost been like unbearable this time. It started becoming mental, and I feel that this whole process, 70% of it is mental. It's humbling to have lived your whole life like nothing can bother you, almost like you're immortal type of lifestyle, and then to be humbled in this aspect that I know that the life prior to having this disease is forever gone, that I'll forever be changed in a positive way. There's a meaning to time now. I know what it feels like to have something play with my mental time of how much time I have on this earth. I think that you're always scared, but that fear motivates you to want to defeat this. I just know that if you believe in yourself, that you can accomplish anything. I mean, at the end of the day, isn't this what this is really about? It's about love. It's about going through hell and coming out on the other end. And when you're going through hell, searching for a silver lining of understanding why you're going through this so you can better other people, which equals love. When I got that 4th chemo treatment, it was real. It was the most, it was realer than it's ever been. And you come out at the end of the tunnel that you're able to express to people that this is what I've been through. Let me give you this knowledge so that when you go through it, it's easier for you to do it. When you lay there for 60 days and you think of everything that you want to accomplish and things you've already accomplished in your life, it puts in perspective what's important. Sometimes going through something traumatic brings new philosophy into the picture. I had like an idea of how I was gonna shoot this and do that and trying to keep my mind working, but I realized that it's just, no, there is no working, there is no nothing. You have to take the time to sit down and get better, get stronger, that you need to rest. I had a doctor's appointment today with Dr. Phillips, the radiation doctor, and he says radiation is gonna be a lot easier than chemo. And this is probably the most happiest and excited I've been since this whole process of just getting, the first day you go to the doctor and they're like, oh, you got cancer. And the nightmare begins, and then to go and like know that you're 3/4 the way done, like I have 1 lap to do, it's just a great feeling. I'm trying to tell myself, like, don't get too happy because there's, you know, a lot of things that can go wrong. One of them is that there's a chance that my arm can swell up like a balloon arm. He says it doesn't happen, but he has to let me know. And then the other thing is they're going to give radiation here as well. Underneath is like the top of your lungs, so I'm gonna lose like 1% of my lung. It just feels so good to actually hear some good news and not have to do chemotherapy. That's the main thing I want y'all to know. Chemotherapy sucks.
Most often, radiation treatments are given 5 days a week for several weeks. Before the treatments start, the radiation team takes careful measurements to determine the dose needed and the correct angles for aiming the radiation beams. Each treatment is much like getting an X-ray, but the radiation is stronger. Each treatment lasts only a few minutes, although the setup time usually takes longer. The treatment is painless. During radiation therapy, patients can become unusually tired as therapy continues. Resting as much as possible is important. Skin reactions in the area being treated are common. Patients should be gentle with the treated area of skin. Lotions and creams should not be used without the doctor's advice.
Beautiful day at the job. I made it halfway through the day and I'm extremely tired. It's nuts to know that I used to be able to work a full 8 hours and not get tired, and now it's more like I just want to go to sleep.
On my way to radiation, and there's nothing but just traffic everywhere. Day 1 of radiation. Got my gown. Just got off of work. Trying to build my energy level back up. They said radiation's supposed to make me tired. So, I don't know, we'll see. So yeah, radiation took like, it felt like 5 minutes. Just lay there, machine goes around you, make some noises, and that's it. Just zap you right there. Day 2 of radiation, day 3, day 4, day 5 of radiation, day 6 of radiation, day 7, day 8, radiation, day 9, day 10, radiation, day 11, day 12, day 13, radiation, day 14, radiation, day 15. So I just got my last radiation treatment, and it's weird because they tell you have cancer and you go through all these things, and then just to know that like you're done with the treatment. Now I'll wait 2 months and see what happens. But I'm definitely proud of myself because I did it. It's April 26th, and I'm just sitting here like, radiation just made me really tired. I had to come home after I got the treatment and, usually take a nap. Other than that, I was fine. Lost some hair underneath my armpit. Now I'll wait 2 months and take a test, and it's gonna come back negative, and then I'm gonna be good. 2 months, I'll see y'all. Hope you're accomplishing something, because I'm going to be.
The next 60 days, I focused on trying to get in shape. Ate delicious food even though it still tasted like metal. Saw my friends and family, and most importantly, living life to the fullest. Yes, that's a donut burger. Me, my wife, and my sister went to Puerto Rico to celebrate me being done with treatments. Received some words of wisdom from my 90-year-old grandfather. Those words I will cherish to my grave. I sat in this spot for hours thinking about my journey and path, mentally preparing myself for the obstacles that lied ahead. Regardless of the outcome of my next cancer test, I knew the way I was living life needed to change. I played a lot of racquetball with this uncomfortable port in me. No excuses. More tasty food and a lot more exercise. There's nothing more than I wanted to do than to put my body in motion. I'm back at the daily grind, coming home to this beauty with a messed up beard from radiation. I had a massive allergic reaction, took a test, I'm allergic to leather, but hey, I'm still positive. Got a pedicure, met some pigs, picked some tomatoes, hit the studio, shot a cooking show with Ritz, beat her in putt-putt, and a lot more exercise. I had a blast at the lake, drank some beers, watched my homie Maniac Mace tear it up on the water, took a PET scan, and here we are, 20 pounds down and waiting for the results.
It's June 23rd, 8:30 in the morning, and today I found out if I'm cancer-free. I took my PET scan on Friday. Regardless of whatever the outcome is, you learn so much in these last 6 months since I've been dealing with this. You're just grateful for a whole bunch of little things that I feel that the test is gonna come back negative, that I'm gonna be fine. I really can't explain how good I feel. Like, it's weird waiting for a test to kind of determine like what the future holds for me. When they tell you you have cancer, you wait for this day so long, and now the day's here, and I really can't explain it. It's just a feeling of the doctor needs to hurry up and call. But I've been keeping myself busy and doing all types of things, man. I've just really, been focused in a lot of different areas that, prior to this situation, I wasn't focused in. We'll see what the doctor has to say today. He's probably looking at my test like, oh, wow, this is not good. I do not want to call him and tell him this at all. I need my morning coffee. It's weird, I sat in the same seat when I made my first doctor's appointment. And now I'm sitting in the same seat about to get my result. There's two things that's gonna happen. I'm gonna get the results and I'm not gonna have cancer. And I'm gonna get the, proceed with my life and get back to doing the things that I love. Or I'm gonna have to go do more treatments. I mean, that's the reality of the situation. There's nothing I can do. All I can do is be accountable for my actions. And those actions are, my lifestyle. Obviously, the life prior to being diagnosed with cancer, I lived life a certain way. And that life that I was living obviously isn't the answer that my body can, handle or understand. So I have to change that. And it's not like the doctors tell you this. No one tells you, they're like, hey, you got cancer, we don't know how you get it. Even if I make those changes and let's say 5 years later, 6 years later, I get, the same cancer again, it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. These are the cards that I'm dealt with, and I gotta play these cards. That's why every day is so important to get up and just try to, be the best that you could possibly be in that day. Try to outdo yourself from the day before. And that's just kind of like the motto that I've taken now. It's every day I gotta be better than yesterday. Whoever is watching this, you just have to be ready to go to war, basically. And it's more mental than anything. You just have to be prepared to face obstacles and to have things thrown at you and to still have the stress from life, the job, the bills, all the other things that are involved in life that are already stressful. So,
Here's the phone call. Should probably answer it so I don't miss it again. Hello?
Hey, it's Dr. Hammer.
Hey, what's going on, Doc?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Sorry I missed your phone call earlier. I literally missed it by like 2 rings.
Oh, no problem. So, yeah, the scan is good. You got a call about that, right?
Nah.
Oh, you did? Okay.
No.
Well, the PET scan is good. So I was going to have one of the staff call you. They may actually call you later. They probably just haven't gotten to the message yet.
Awesome.
But it's good news. There's no sign of the cancer being back, so that's excellent. So everything is good at this point.
Nice.
You know, you're in what we call first complete remission. The hope is that you're cured. That's my expectation, but of course we're going to need to do surveillance to keep an eye on you. The next scan will probably be in 4 to 6 months, and then after that we can space them out a little bit. But
Okay.
I want to see you back in about 3 or 4 months in the office.
Okay. Let me ask you this question. Can I get this poured out immediately?
Yeah, I'll put in a referral to surgery.
Good. So that's good. Is there like...
Going in the right direction, man.
Yeah. I'm excited, man. All right, my man. Well, I appreciate everything. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. And you're definitely a cool ass doctor to have, during this situation. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right, if you have any trouble before the November appointment, you just call me or email me, okay?
I will. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
It's over with. Thank God. Yay! In the crowd, applause. Clap, 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 clap. Damn. I did it. It's an accomplishment. It's something that you go through that makes you a better person. If it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. Now we just have to keep moving forward. We have to keep getting better every day, stronger every day. And the main thing is I hope that someone that has my situation or just anybody going through anything in life can look at this and be inspired to conquer whatever goal is set in front of them. Because that's what this was about. It was about inspiring you to help you get through a situation that you're going through and just try to be the best that you could possibly be as you're going through the situation. Because life's always going to throw you curveballs, so you better learn how to hit curveballs. And then when it goes back to throwing you fastballs, you have to make sure that you're always looking for that curveball. Because at any moment, life can change at a blink of a second. I'm done. Documentary is done.